If you're looking for a fun way to get in shape, relieve some stress, and connect with nature, or if you're just looking to change up your regular running routine, trail running is a great choice. It doesn't require a ton of gear, and it's easy to get started. So today we're going to discuss the benefits of trail running and how it can be very different from road running, trail running techniques and little adjustments you'll need to make if you're used to running on pavement or treadmill, where to find trails near you, how to pick the best trail running shoes based on your goals, and a few bonus beginner tips to help get you started. So let's get into it. First, let's cover a couple benefits to trail running that you may not have thought of. Number one, trail running is actually great for your joints because you're running on a softer surface. Running on dirt and grass has significantly less impact than a harder surface like concrete. Your joints will thank you for this. Number two, another benefit is that not only is trail running easier on your joints, but you'll actually strengthen your stability muscles. Thanks to the uneven terrain, you'll have to use all those little stabilizer muscles in your feet, legs, and hips that you don't normally put to use running on even surfaces. Number three, this is kind of a bonus benefit that stems from this, is that trail running increases your proprioception. This is just really a fancy way of saying you'll gain a better sense of your spatial awareness. This helps you with everything from balancing to moving to even operating your car. And number four, perhaps the most obvious benefit of trail running, is the relaxing effect of reconnecting with nature. No offense to treadmills or paved streets, but being out in nature, the smells, the sounds, the gorgeous scenery, it has a rejuvenating effect that you just can't get anywhere else. Alright, now that you're hopefully convinced of the benefits of trail running, next up, let's talk about the techniques and some little adjustments you'll need to make for off-road running. The first thing you'll need to know is the timing difference. When scheduling your runs, you should plan on being out longer than you think. For example, if it typically takes you 20 minutes to do a 2-mile run, then you should plan on a 2-mile run on a trail taking you 30 or even 40 minutes to complete. This is because an unpredictable and changing terrain will affect your pace. For example, if you map out a relatively smooth dirt path to run on, but then it rains and now you find yourself running on a muddier trail, you simply won't be able to run as fast. And there are plenty of other factors that cause trail runs to take longer. Just know in advance that you'll likely need to double the amount of time it would typically take you to run a certain distance. The next thing you need to know is where to focus your gaze. A big mistake plenty of new trail runners make is staring at their feet in order to dodge rocks and debris. The problem with this is, as any runner who's made this mistake will confirm, this won't give you enough time to anticipate and react to the debris, and you'll inevitably trip and fall. What you want to do is set your gaze roughly 10 to 20 feet out in front of you. This gives you time to prepare and adjust your stride to the upcoming obstacles, and then you'll naturally just use your peripheral vision to step around them. Don't make the mistake that so many of us have by staring at your feet. Instead, again, set your gaze about 10 to 20 feet or about the length of a car right out in front of you so that you can scan the ground for upcoming obstacles. Next, you'll need to adjust your steps. This sort of goes hand in hand with scheduling longer run times because unlike running on a paved path where you can maintain a steady pace, depending on the specific trail you run on, you're going to have to slow your pace and take shorter steps. Taking shorter steps will help you react to the changing terrain and the obstacles like rocks, roots, and steeper hills. This is one of the main differences with trail running. You simply can't maintain a steady pace like you could on a paved route, and you should just mentally prepare in advance for it. And the last adjustment you'll need to make is when it comes to running downhill. Another common mistake that some new trail runners make when going downhill is that they want to land on their heels in order to slow down. This can work fine on a paved road, but not so much when dealing with unpredictable terrain. A better method is to bend your ankles, lean slightly forward, and try to land mid-foot. This eases the impact on your joints and helps stabilize you. You can also flare out your elbows to give you better balance, similar to a tightrope walker holding one of those big sticks out. Okay, so you know the benefits of trail running, and now you know the techniques to help get you started. Now, where exactly do you find these trails? Thankfully, it has never been easier to find running trails near you. There are some great apps like the popular All Trails app that'll show you all the best trails in your area. This app also allows you to map your own trails and share them with others. Plus, a nice feature is that you can download routes so that, in a pinch, you can use GPS navigation even if you don't have a cell signal. Or you've got the Trail Run Project app, which is sort of like the Yelp for trail runners. Not only do they list photos and descriptions of the trail distance and elevation, but they also let people who recently ran those trails share their feedback on it so that you know what to expect. Or if you happen to be near the Blue Ridge area, you can check out BlueRidgeParkwayHiking.org. They list the trails in order of milepost along with the elevation, and they even rank each trail from easy to moderate to strenuous, so you can better choose and be prepared. All three are great trail finding sources, and I highly recommend you check them out. Now that you know where to find your next trail to run on, next up in part 2, let's talk about the different types of trail running shoes, how to pick the best one for you, and some beginner tips to help you get started.